Madrid is one of the most visited tourist cities in Europe and in the world. Cosmopolitan and welcoming, the capital of Spain invites us to lift their festive atmosphere, to savor their wide gastronomic offer, is also one of Europe's top shopping destinations. Madrid is rich in monuments and landmarks. In this video from Cicerone Plus, we show you our selection of the most important of them all. Number 10. Temple of Debod.
The Temple of Debod is the oldest building in Madrid. It's actually 2200 years old, but it wasn't built here. It was built in the region of Nubia, in ancient Egypt.
Also, in Temple of Debod you may find one of the best sunsets ever. Number 9. Plaza de la Villa. Here we find the most ancient civil building, like the tower and house of Lujanes, Torre y Casa de Lujanes, from 15th century, style Gothic-Mudejar. We also have two interesting buildings in the same plaza, the house of Cisneros, a Renaissance palace from the 16th century, and La Casa de la Villa, a baroque palace from the 17th century. Number 8. Puerta de Alcalá. The Puerta de Alcalá is one of the most popular symbols of Madrid. In addition to a monumental function, it served as a gateway to the city until just a century and a half ago. It is the first Arch of Triumph built in Europe after the fall of the Roman Empire. In neoclassical style, it was built in the 18th century by direct commission of Carlos III. Number 7. Gran Via, Great Way. Starting in 1910s, it was settled. The Great Way was the main artery of the heart of Madrid. It has many iconic buildings, such as the Metropolis building, one of the most photographed buildings in the city of neo-Renaissance style, completed in 1911 with 45 meters and the tallest building in Madrid for 10 years, until it came the first skyscraper, Telefónica building.
This Telefónica building was the first skyscraper of Europe, nearly 90 meters tall, the first of its kind and the tallest of its time.
And finally, the Capitol building.
Capitol building is a jewel of curvilinear rationalism.
Number 6. Cibeles. The Plaza de Cibeles is one of the most well-known squares in Madrid and in Spain. It's currently located in the Palacio de Comunicaciones, the Palace of Communications, a beautiful eclectic building from the beginning of the 20th century, current City Hall. In the center of the square there is the famous Fuente de Cibeles, Cibeles Fountain, which is the first of 5 mythological fountains that form the Prado Hall, commissioned by Carlos III. Number 5. Plaza Mayor.
The Plaza Mayor, the main square in Madrid, was finally finished in the 17th century. And I say finally because this place got on fire 3 times. It got devastated. The 3rd time, in 1790, this part was the only thing that was left. It served as a reference to rebuild the rest of the plaza. It's called the House of Bread, La Casa de la Panadería.
During this year, 2017, Plaza Mayor commemorates its 4th centenary, being in 1617 when it began to build, 400 years ago. Number 4. Puerta del Sol, Gate of the Sun. Puerta del Sol is the heart of Madrid, social meeting point in which life flows at any time of day or night. From its beginning in the 15th century, in this place have been directed some of the most important events of the history of the Spanish life.
The statue right behind me symbolizes Madrid, referring to the shield of the city, which pictures a bear climbing an arbutus tree. It is the official symbol of Madrid.
It used to be a female bear, but that's a story for another time. Also, in Puerta del Sol, we find the Real Casa de Correos, Royal House of Mail, where the locals meet to hear the shimmies every new year. Number 3. The Royal Palace of Madrid. The Royal Palace and its surroundings are one of the must-see in Madrid. The majestic building that we can contemplate today dates from the middle of the 18th century, neoclassical style, clearly shows the taste for geometric and proportionate forms, typical of the architecture of the enlightened despotism. It is one of the largest palaces in the world. It is currently open to the public as a museum. It is surrounded by beautiful gardens, Campo del Moro, Sabatini Garden, and the East Plaza. From its surroundings we can enjoy spectacular sunsets. Number 2. Retiro Park. Parque del Retiro is one of the most pleasant urban parks in the world. It is ideal for pleasant walks, sunbathing, and even paddling in the center of the city. This park had its origin in the 17th century as the second residence and place of rest of King Philip IV. Places of recreation as peculiar as the Grand Lake of Retiro's park are iconic.
In this very lake, Felipe IV made battleship simulations in which himself participated. This was in the 17th century.
In this park we find other monuments whose visits are essential, such as the Crystal Palace,
The Crystal Palace is an example of iron architecture, and inside we may find lots of expositions.
or the curious Fountain of the Fallen Angel.
The statue of the Fallen Angel is one of the few monuments in the world dedicated to Lucifer, the King of Darkness. Also, it stands 666 meters over sea level.
Before unveiling the number 1, we offer 3 special mentions. Monumental Plaza Las Ventas. This beautiful Neo-Mudejar style circular square is one of the largest bull rings in the world. It is the famous Plaza de Toros Monumental de las Ventas, which was inaugurated in the first third of the last century, when bullfighting was considered a prestigious activity closely associated with the image of Spain. In the present time, this perception has changed, being seen by a great majority of the Spaniards, especially the youngest, like a cruel practice of past times. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Although its architecture does not set it among the most beautiful stadiums in the world, it is nevertheless one of the most visited by football fans from all backgrounds, given to the worldwide reputation of Real Madrid, which has been awarded by FIFA as the best club of the 20th century. Basilica of San Francisco el Grande. Its main facade makes it difficult to get an idea of its large size. To appreciate the gigantic proportions of this temple, we must access to its interior. Once inside, we will contemplate what is the largest dome in Spain and one of the largest Christian domes in the world. This impressive neoclassical basilica is one of the most unknown and least visited monuments in Madrid. Number 1. The Walk of Art. El Paseo del Arte brings together the masterpieces of the most important paintings in the world, collected by the Prado Museum, Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum, and the National Museum of Art Reina Sofia, Queen Sofia. The visit to these 3 museums is one of the essential activities in Madrid. To request more information or make us suggestions, visit ciceroneplus.com. We want to accompany you, to be your cicerone when you visit a city or a place for the first time, so that your stay would be the most satisfying and surprising as possible. We want to help you discover new places, to find the establishments of higher quality that often do not have to be the most expensive, but the ones that best suit your real needs. We want to hear from you. Write to us in ciceroneplus.com.